What is happening, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome on back to Mass Effect 3. So last episode, we took care of all those things on the Citadel. We did some personal quests with Garrus, Liara. We saw Javik, too. He gave his little inspiring speech. And then when we came back to the Normandy, Trainer said that Dr. Chakwas would like to speak with us. So we'll go ahead, head on down to the crew deck. And as always, if you could leave a like and a comment, help me feed this one into the algorithm, I would greatly appreciate that. Let's see what Chakwas wants.
Sure you want to play this game?
What's the matter, Vicarian? You chicken?
What are you guys up
I don't even
to?
know what that is. Though I've heard everything in the galaxy tastes like it. But if you're suggesting I'm scared, game on, Vega.
Age before wisdom.
Okay. Back in my C-Sec days, I busted a Batarian spy ring that was trying to assassinate a counselor.
Please, I fought off a dozen angry Batarians on Omega single-handedly. Used one of them as a landing pad off a 3-story jump.
Just warming up, seeing what you
Okay.
had. Now, I tracked down this guy, Saren. Stopped him from raising a
Oh, that's the Uno
army
card,
and unleashing
Garrus.
the Reapers 3 years ago.
That's cheap.
Doesn't count. You did that with Shepard.
You're right, I was with Shepard from the very beginning.
Ooh.
That just means you're old.
Damn. He's like, you're right, I was. Where were you?
Hey, Commander.
You guys having fun?
I'm glad Jacob saw through the elusive man. At least not everyone in Cerberus has lost their mind. This fight can use him.
Very true. Okay, let's see what Chakwas wants. Maybe when we come back outside, they'll be in phase 2 of that little pissing match.
Shepard,
Can I do for you, Doctor?
remember our agreement? We'd open a bottle of cerise-sized brandy every year, and
I
it's
do.
my turn to buy.
But it hasn't been a year yet.
Yes, well, something tells me we won't have the chance a few months from now, so indulge my impatience.
You grab the glasses. I'll open the bottle.
Same as last time.
And Jeff says, Jacqueline Subject Zero is sorry, but it's ma'am to me. I'd like to keep my Admiral Winky. Oh, Shepard, you know, I just realized. You've never called me by my first name.
It's Karen, right?
Well, neither of you.
That's funny.
And I never will.
Correct. Can't
You
break
are
the fourth wall.
Commander Shepard, hero of the Citadel, conqueror of the Collectors, savior of the galaxy. Using your first name just disrespects everyone you're fighting for, alive or gone.
It's funny that they justified that in dialogue.
That makes no sense.
And they acknowledge it.
Consider it a lady's prerogative, then. Come, let's have a toast.
To a woman I'm proud to call my friend. I'm lucky to have you with me, Karen.
And to you, dear friend. It is my great honor to share this journey with you.
James in the background wondering why he doesn't get a bottle.
And good fortune to us all. I've learned my lesson this time. Even a Krogan couldn't match you drink for drink.
Yeah, there's a lot less visual wobble going on this time.
Good to see you, Commander.
Alright, so she just wanted to drink. I'm glad we kept up the tradition. Yeah, I like Chakwas. I've said it a couple times, but is the Normandy really the Normandy without Chakwas? I know you can have the option to not bring her, but why would you ever?
Think you can win this, huh?
I
Round
can do
two,
this
huh?
all day, Scars.
Funny you mention those. Ever hear the name Archangel?
I might have.
You know you have. I'm Archangel.
Maybe I heard something about that, too.
Then maybe you also heard that for a couple months there, the crime rate on Omega mysteriously dropped while Archangel did a little house cleaning.
So you ran a cleaning service on Omega. Back on Fel Prime, I uncovered a pair of harvesters. Had to kill them by myself.
2 worm necks, that's almost impressive.
Oh, that's not even
Almost.
the best part. They left behind an egg. It hatched, and I trained it to let me fly it.
The Alliance teach you to make up crap like that, or did you figure it out all by yourself?
It's a gift.
When you gotta lie to even the odds, that's how you know you're outmatched. I like James and all, but if it came down to it, I think Garrus has the more impressive resume, let's be real.
Liara mentioned something about possibly meeting you on the Citadel next time you're there.
We already took care of that. Don't worry about that. We already did that one. So this whole Asari thing we're gonna get into this time. Nobody knows what this is for. I mean, the Asari counselor herself and the Thessian government passed this on to Liara personally. But they didn't even tell her what it was. They just wanted us to go investigate a colony that had gone dark. So we don't know anything about this going into it, which is kind of interesting, keeping their secrets. So Lessus. Lessus is an unpopular garden world, with characteristics just outside of the comfort zone of its Asari population. Its gravity is a little too high, its diseases a little too virulent, and the soil inhospitable for growing food. Further information is difficult to come by. The Asari government is uncharacteristically silent about Lessus. Normally, a garden world settled so long ago would be highly populated, but little light pollution can be seen on Lessus's night side. Colony founded in 473 BCE, its population is completely unknown and the capital is Miranda. Day length 23 hours. Interesting. So literally nobody knows anything about this. It's a little top secret planet. Well, this should be fun. Now, of course, I do have some forward thinking about this mission since I played this game before, so if this is your first time, I would highly recommend taking Biotic Squad here. So you're going to want to take Liara and we'll change her appearance. Let's get you rocking the black and red Shadowbroker kit. How about that? And then I would also recommend Javik for your off companion. You want the ability to nuke biotic barriers here. Okay, we're at 187% cooldown now, which is very spicy. You have 2 points, you have 5. Let's level up your warp ammo. So increase health and armor damage, or squad mates gain warp ammo. Yeah, we'll just make you do more damage. This is actually going to come in really handy in this mission, having her upgraded warp ammo. For you, you have 16, so let's just get juicy. Let's have you be able to pull more efficiently. Like 50 damage per second, or increase all damage to targets lifted up by pull. That's the one right there. We want to buff the hell out of our damage. And then I guess we'll keep going on Dark Channel too. Let's have you nerf their movement speed a little. Should be pretty good.
Dig up any information on the mission, Liara?
I did, and I now understand why High Command wanted to hide it. We're headed to an Ardat-Yakshi Monastery.
Ardat-Yakshi? Like Morinth?
Morinth chose to be a killer. These Ardat-Yakshi isolated themselves.
And that's why they keep the whole planet a secret.
But it doesn't mean they're harmless. Their urge to feed can be powerful. That's why High Command sent in commandos to investigate the monastery's distress signal.
What were the commandos' orders?
If there was a chance the Ardat-Yakshi could break loose, the commandos were to purge the monastery.
Purge? You mean destroy?
They would have brought heavy explosives with them, yes.
So they came here to kill that dirty little secret.
Morinth was dangerous, but are the Ardat-Yakshi this big of a threat?
Morinth was just hitting her stride. Ardat-Yakshi who kill leave behind astronomical body counts. It's why they can never be free, and why they're such a great source of shame to the Asari. That's why High Command won't rest until this place is destroyed. They'd never risk a single Ardat-Yakshi getting loose.
And that's also why, aside from everything she just said, they also just don't want that dirty secret, right? They couldn't use their sex appeal and pretend to be perfect if this got out. We're not gonna blow this place up, although I can only imagine the kind of damage an indoctrinated Ardat-Yakshi could be, or an implanted Reaper one, like the Reaper variant of an Ardat-Yakshi. Imagine the damage. They can already meld into people's subconscious and burn out their nervous system. You implant that with Reaper tech, maybe they can do that at a distance.
Don't assume anything. Maybe the Ardat-Yakshi sent out the distress call. If the Asari want us to destroy this place, I need to know what happened.
Agreed. Once we give a report to High Command, they'll stop wasting lives here.
You'll also remember that in Mass Effect 2, Samara said that there is only 3 Ardat-Yakshi living to this day, and she said that she had 3 daughters, which means that all the Ardat-Yakshi here would be Samara's children, so we're definitely not just going to roll up in here and assassinate Samara's children, not without knowing what the hell is going on. I'm going to need a little more.
The shuttle is warm, recently used.
Okay, so somebody just rolled up in a shuttle, and that doesn't look like the kind of thing a commando would take here.
Elevator disabled. To prevent entry or escape, I wonder.
Why not both, Liara? Consider yourself lucky that Cerberus doesn't know about this place, I guess. I'm sure they'd want to... That sounds fun.
There's more than one out there.
Oh boy. And you see, this mission's tone already is very horror-esque. I'm a big fan of this one.
I hear something.
Yeah, I
Stay
heard it
sharp.
too. This is why I'm such a big fan of them adding this torch mechanic
I
here.
heard something.
That was my fault, sorry.
Watch your step. Gale's electronic signature. Okay, that's an upgrade for us. Perfect. We have 2, I think, for when we finally get back to the Normandy. I forgot to use them before we came in this mission. It's number 2, I think.
Delay. You won't believe what Yan has managed to smuggle in. A copy of Vanya. Meet us after supper in the library. Bring some study work. Reel is floor warden tonight, so act natural. We'll be by the East Video Banks. This is gonna be so great. See you there. Oh, and delete this once you listen to it. Not like last time.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but she kept it. She didn't listen. A reminder, students are not allowed to visit each other's quarters or to meet in rooms unsupervised by staff. Students are also forbidden from extranet communication without approval by senior staff members. There are no exceptions to these rules. First offenders will have their free time revoked for a month. Further violations will be met with confinement. Our monastery is our shelter. For it to remain that way, we must make sacrifices. If we do this, I have faith we can continue to enjoy the order and peace this place has given us. Matriarch Galay. So there's an Asari matriarch here taking care of the monastery. Man, tough regulations considering they allowed themselves to be here too. That's a Reaper. Libertarians. And this would be the commando.
It would seem the Asari commandos fell silent because the Reapers were here to greet them.
This monastery is out of the way. What do the Reapers want with Ardat-Yakshi? Anything useful?
A floor plan marked with the nav point location of a bomb. It's in some place called the Great Hall.
The commandos decided to purge this place.
Ardat-Yakshi or not, evacuating this place would have saved a lot of lives. If there's no survivors, let's get to the Great Hall and set off that bomb.
Yeah, it would have been way better for their commandos if they had decided to leave this place be. Yeah, what I was trying to say there is the restrictions they impose on them seem pretty hefty considering they're here willingly so that they don't kill or harm anybody. They're not even allowed to use the internet. They can't communicate with each other. They're like the only friends they'll ever have is other Ardat-Yakshi and they keep them isolated. To our staff and students, attached is our new daily schedule. Please note that wake-up time has been moved forward 15 minutes. Floor wardens can download chore lists later this week. Please see Matriarch Galay or myself if you have any questions or concerns. Sincerely, Superintendent Jethra. Wake up, 5:45 a.m. Breakfast, 6:15 a.m. Morning meditation, 6:15 to 8 a.m. Study period, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Chores, 10 a.m. to 12. Midday meal, 12 to 12:45. Classes, 12:45 to 5. Study period, 5 to 6. Supper, 6 to 7. Evening meditation, 7 to 8. Free period, 8 to 10 p.m. And curfew is 10. So they only get 2 hours a day freedom. And then at curfew, they'll have to go back to their rooms alone. You'll know that all these rooms are single beds. And they're not allowed to communicate with each other past 10. And they're not even allowed to be alone with each other. It's not even a situation where they can at least have some privacy. They have no privacy. Can't help but think that that seems a little extreme, given they're volunteering to be here. Keep a lookout. I'm sure we're gonna have company. It's a pretty place, though. Again, snow. I'm a sucker for it.
Very good. I almost didn't hear you.
Nice to see
Samara.
you.
It has been some time, Shepard. You are a most welcome sight. The corruption here runs deep.
Single-handedly find a Reaper horde.
Your own Justicar. Perhaps for something special.
You are correct. 2 of my daughters live here, and I have come for them. Unfortunately, the Reapers had already infested this place by the time I arrived.
You met me hunting down your other Ardat-Yakshi daughter. Are these ones just as dangerous?
Valer and Rila have followed the monastery's rules ever since they arrived. They've shown no inclination toward violence.
And you're here to save them?
They are my responsibility. And it's one that cannot be abandoned, even as our galaxy crumbles.
Will you have my help?
Let's go together. Maybe your daughters can tell us why the Reapers hit this place.
I suspect they will have much to tell us. It has been centuries since I last saw them. We're out of time. We'll meet again. I will draw these creatures off.
He's so OP.
Wait!
I want you on the squad.
Let's go.
Come sign up, Samara. You help me kick these Reapers out of the galaxy.
My name is Tashia Pore. I'm wounded. Bad. Give this to my bondmate, Weshra. Asked her to go to the Citadel and tell Weshra I love her. Tell her. Sorry we fought. I was an idiot. Didn't mean any of it, Weshra. Want you to have everything of mine, okay? Love you. I love you so.
That's sad.
My name is Tashia Pore.
You never know when your last day is gonna be, especially in a situation like this. I'll never get to say goodbye, but at least maybe we can pass along the last
Isolated
words.
fortress. The Ardat-Yakshi must have believed they were safe from the war.
If they knew about it at all.
They learned.
Yeah, they don't even have internet access, right? How would they know? I'm sure Alliance Command maybe passed it on to the matriarch here, and then maybe that's why they had such tight restrictions on the internet. Maybe. Or maybe that all just is what it is. This is clearly a shooting gallery. Alright, where does the fun start?
A new enemy.
And here's a Banshee. If you were wondering what it looks like when the Reapers take Asari, you're about to find out. These things are a nightmare fuel to deal with, by the way. Now you're learning why I said to bring plenty of biotic capabilities. Nightmarish. Until you actually see what they look like up close to. Things are terrifying. Yeah, I can't drop that off. I was hoping I would be able to just drop that out of the way. I won't be using it. Be fine, Javik. Boy. work on your biotics. That's more like it.
Mother, you came.
As soon as I was able. Shepard, this is Falere, my youngest. She and her sister Rila are Ardat-Yakshi. They have
Mother, they have Rila.
What?
I saw some of those creatures take her into the Great Hall. I've been trying to get there.
What are the Reapers doing here?
Harvesting us. They're turning us into those monsters. Please, you can't let that happen to Rila.
The Asari thought the Ardat-Yakshi were to blame for the attack.
This is our home. Most of us are grateful to be here. The monastery is a place Ardat-Yakshi can achieve peace.
So I guess there is more than just those two.
Shepard. I vouch for her words, with pride.
I guess there is more than two Ardat-Yakshi left. I guess maybe they were discovered after, since Samara hadn't been here in a couple centuries. I guess she was wrong about that.
Then we have to find Rila fast. The Great Hall has a bomb in it.
A bomb? What, didn't you come to rescue people?
We'll try, but we can't leave this place standing, Falere.
You sound like the Commandos. They didn't stop to help anyone.
Falere?
I'm sorry.
Falere! The Great Hall. She's looking for Rila.
Meet you there.
We'll meet you there.
Please be swift.
Fast as possible. Banshees aren't exactly easy to kill, though. Let's check right first. No, right is the way. We'll go left first. See if we can find any more information about the hell's going on here.
You'd need a crowbar to pry those doors open. This place was beautiful before the Reapers came.
And this is going to be tough for Liara, I'm sure, seeing what her people become here. And again, true to their nature, right? They kept the sex appeal and just twisted it into whatever the hell this thing is, right? They just have the Reaper variant of Asari, naked, big, gangly, horrific things that screech like their soul is trying to make it back from the beyond.
Jethro, this is Galay. I've blocked extranet access. We don't need the students panicking about these Reaper rumors.
Okay, so they did know.
To tally our supplies. Please bring me an inventory before evening prayer. I'll contact Ceci later tonight to inquire what set the Asari to war. Go in peace.
So they figured they could just stay here and ride it out since they were a top secret facility. Makes you wonder how the Reapers found this place. Okay, that's a Marauder, that's fine. As long as it's not a Banshee. Council shoulders and a disciple. I think that's an Asari shotgun. I think. It's nothing super useful for us anyways, but I think it's a shotgun. If we ever use a shotgun on this class, it's going to be the Piranha. I love that thing. It's not the best in slot shotgun by any stretch. The Venom probably takes the cookie there. Well, the Wraith is pretty good too, but the Piranha is something about it, man. You get up in their face, you just dump the ammo. It's very satisfying to use. Jethro, I had the new girl put in a holding chamber. The Justicar who brought her to us, Justicar, said she had trouble convincing the prisoner coming to the monastery was necessary. This may explain why the girl lashed out at her guards. She's lucky Fora wasn't here for that. The Justicar's code would have demanded an execution. I'll question some other Justicars on the level of coercion Fora is permitted to use by the code. This isn't the first time her captors arrived here terrified out of their wits, but it will certainly be the last. Matriarch Galay. Matriarch Galay trying to question a Justicar, though. I looked over this year's candidates for supervised visits to Thessia. I'm approving everyone but Yanis. She's impulsive, cunning, and worst of all, a romantic. Find me a worse combination to let outside our walls. Find it suspicious she was even nominated. Let's look into that, and pray it's not Yanis manipulating another infatuation. It takes a great deal of time and effort to persuade Thessia's government to let our best students visit their own homeworld. Unless Yanis matures, she won't be among them. Matriarch Galay. So they are allowed off-world every now and then, but they have to apply for it. And then it's up to the better judgment of the matriarchs whether they get to or not. And Yanis, obviously. They're saying romantic is the bad part because, obviously, when they're intimate with somebody, they die. And then once they feed on their nervous system like that, it's very hard for them to put down the cookie. See this torturous thing. It's better for everybody. Okay, we're good, I think. Oos. Grab some thermal clips before we progress. We just burnt our entire stack. And stuff like that is why I'm hesitant to buy the Cerberus Harrier. Like, it's really good. But again, one gunfight right there and we nuked the whole thing. If we were using the Harrier, we would have probably run out after we killed the Banshee. That's the level of rapid fire, low ammo that thing has. Maybe we'll try it, because it would help us burn down the single targets. It's just very, very bad in prolonged gunfights. We'll have to mainstay our SMG if we get into a prolonged fight. This seems a little too peaceful. Got the bomb.
Another dead commando. The Asari should have rid themselves of the Ardat-Yakshi.
By rid themselves, you mean kill.
My people would never let such monsters walk among them.
They didn't care for the competition.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a touchy subject, Javik. Also not that simple, right? They're kids, they're just born like that. Not too dissimilar from the mage situation inside Dragon Age. You have to isolate them because of the dangers, but you don't have to kill them. They just need education. They need to be taught how to not kill. But they'll never be free, I guess. Hope you guys are ready. Found the bomb.
We found our bomb.
And Falaire.
Rila, wake up!
Falea, Rila cannot hear us.
Look, she's still alive.
I know, but I am afraid Rila is not well.
Rila's not one of them yet.
She indoctrinated already.
She just needs to wake up. Rila? Rila, can you hear me?
Somebody want to step in on this?
Why did she do that?
Because they've begun to turn her into one of the Reaper's creatures.
I'm sorry. Can we set off that bomb?
We need a detonator.
Commandos would have had one. We've got to find it. Later.
First things first. Yeah, you see there's two of these fucking things this time. You are still using warp ammo, right, Liara? This one first if we can. And one down. Just face tanking this thing. I knew that couldn't last. That's a problem. She could help me with this, Samara.
For now, let's get back to that bomb.
Falere, go! Take the elevator! Rila, what are you doing? It's too late for me. There are hundreds coming. Just go!
Hundreds.
Move!
No! Rila!
I love you.
Rila!
At least she gets to die herself, as messed up as that sounds. At least she's not gonna go out indoctrinated. I guess this is what happened with the commandos too. Look at these things, dude.
Not your slaves.
go. That's rough for everybody involved here, the daughter and Samara.
Rila, there wasn't even time to say goodbye.
Few can break the Reaper's hold. Rila's will was extraordinary, as was her love for you.
We left her to die.
Rila made her choice, and it has reminded me of what is truly important. Why I swore I'd lay down my life.
What is that?
Falair, the code demands an Ardat-Yakshi cannot live outside a monastery that no longer exists.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry, Shepard. By the Justicar's code, there is only one way to save Falair.
Mother, no!
My daughters, you were also.
That's not happening.
Let go.
What are you doing?
Fulfilling the code.
By throwing your life away?
I won't kill my last daughter.
You won't have to.
Falair?
I'll stay here. Home. No matter what's become of it.
Without a proper monastery,
I could have left any time. I don't need a building to honor my own code. And if the Reapers return, they won't take me alive. I promise.
You're gonna stay here alone?
then the code permits you to stay, as you are.
Gonna be a lonely life.
Once this war is over, and if I am able, I will visit.
Samara, man.
As a Justicar should.
The rigidity of the Justicar code. She was literally willing to die right there so she didn't have to take out her last daughter. Which, I mean, you can imagine, right? She killed Miranda. She just watched her other daughter take herself out rather than be indoctrinated, and now the code expects her to kill her final daughter. Obviously wasn't gonna happen. She was gonna die before that happened.
I'd understand if you wanted to help Falair rebuild a home here.
It must wait now that I can help oppose the Reapers. I'll speak with Falair, then join your forces. If you'll have me, of course.
Are you kidding?
I'd be honored.
The honor is mine, my friend.
If you'll have me is hilarious, Samara. Of course. I only wish you could join me on the Normandy.
Everything's taken care of down here. Bring in the shuttle.
Right, Commander. I'll just follow the smoke.
Unfortunately, she won't be joining us on the Normandy. She's going to be on the front lines. Would have loved to have her back in the squad.
I read your report, Commander. We had no idea the situation had deteriorated so
You wouldn't,
quickly.
because you just sent a bomb
That's why I set
disposal
off the
unit.
bomb. There were no Ardat-Yakshi left.
May the Ardat-Yakshi find rest. What the Reapers did to them was monstrous. I had another team of commandos headed to the monastery who I can now formally transfer to Admiral Hackett's command.
We'll take
They'll
that, though.
serve you loyally, Commander. Farewell.
I'll take the commando units. They're very capable. Nothing else on comms. Let's go check that Asari commando unit, actually. Let's see. So for the Asari, we have the Asari commandos, that's 20 points, and we have Samara for an extra 25. And the Alliance have some new goodies, apparently, too. What do we get? The 5th Fleet got an update. Oh, that's from the smuggler we got on the Citadel. I did go ahead and finish that quest in between episodes. The Turians, you got a 6th Fleet update. That's the neurotoxin formula. That's us healing the Turian general that got poisoned by Cerberus in the Citadel attack. Alright, let's go talk to Trainer real fast and check out message terminal. We'll see how this is doing. See if we got any more emails.
I figured you'd be more sympathetic to someone joining Cerberus. You've never been big on aliens.
Yeah, I enlisted to kick ass just like everyone else. But I need a better reason than it has scales to go kill somebody. And if Cerberus is taking our dishonorable discharges and Cat 6 washouts, It's just one more reason they're not worth a damn.
Cat 6? That's the first time we've heard the word Cat 6.
Unread messages at your private terminal, Commander. The
What that might be.
project received some new tech from the Asari government.
I'm glad they've decided to help the war effort.
About damn
has to
time.
fight now, no matter how pretty you are. I learned that the hard way.
Easy, don't flatter yourself too hard. You might pass out on the CIC. Okay, so... Asari Squad Ready from Corinne Lemaeus. Commander Shepard, as of an hour ago, Asari High Command has assigned my squad to support you. We will ride with the 2nd Fleet until it's time to deploy. If you'll allow me a personal note, I know a few of the commandos who went down to that monastery. Nothing will bring them back, but hearing that the place went up in smoke is the only good news I've heard in weeks. Ready to serve, Captain Corinne Lemaeus. Headed for the front lines, Samara. Shepard, I finished my business on Lessus. I would offer to travel once again with you on the Normandy, but the code dictates I join the fight where it is most dire. While you do your essential work, I will do my best to help hold the front. Before I depart, I'll return to the Citadel for a short time to prepare. If it does not interfere with your duties, come find me there, Samara. Citadel meetup from Jacob Taylor. Hey Shepard, the Crucible project is intense. Bryn and the others are on it around the clock. Pretty soon I'll have to make a run to the Citadel to pick up some equipment at the hospital. If you've got time, want to meet me there. Things were so crazy on Galax. It'd be good to see you in a quieter place, you know. Hope to see you around. And Crucible update from Bryn Cole. Thank you again for all you did to get our group out of that facility on Galax. Admiral Hackett is an amazing man, and it's a privilege to work under him. The construction of the Crucible is presenting its challenges, but my team and I are determined to crack its mysteries. Although I never rely on luck, in this instance, I fear we may need a little. Stay safe, Commander. I hope our paths cross again. Sincerely, Dr. Bryn Cole. And before we wrap this episode on up, I am going to quickly shoot on back to the Normandy. Oh, sorry, to the Citadel. We're going to turn in some of the stuff that we just got from this planet, scanning all these things out. And then we do also need to turn in one more thing with Samara. We can chit-chat to her and finish her off. It makes sense to keep it here, I think, considering it's all the same plot point, right? It makes sense to go chat to her on the Citadel before we wrap things up. Pick up our final fuel, and that'll take this system to 100%. Or perhaps not, actually. Apparently we're missing something in Hellion. There it is. This is my 100%. Extra 650 units of fuel that we don't need, but we'll take it, right? We want every single cluster to be topped off at 100. Yeah, we'll go straight to the Citadel embassies. We'll talk to Samara, and then I'll wrap the episode. I don't need to keep in me going around turning in quests and such. Let's talk real fast.
You're cleared to dock, Normandy. Do you need ground transport?
I need to get to the embassies.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, that's where Samara will be. She'll be hanging out by the window to our right. There she is.
I hoped you'd come. I won't remain here much longer.
What are you doing on the Citadel, Samara?
I suppose I came to say goodbye. Falair is safe, and Rila is at rest. I felt the need to speak to you before heading to battle. I want you to know there is no one else I'd rather see leading us in our last hours.
I'll try and live up to that.
We'll make the galaxy proud. The largest fleet in history is already on our side.
It is impressive. Most would have deemed such an alliance impossible.
It's gonna get more impressive.
But Shepard, be sure to assess your force's strengths and weaknesses before setting out.
I imagine there's probably a bunch of Justicars on the front lines like badasses too, right? Because they all share the same code, so if Samara's code dictates she'd be on the front lines, I am imagining all the Justicars are.
What are the other Justicars doing for the war?
Most have made it home. They will attempt to hold Thessia. With the odds we face, it's possible our order will no longer exist after this war.
There's that few of you?
Our numbers were never great. We must prepare to sacrifice ourselves, if that is what's required.
Was being a Justicar worth it if that's how it all ends?
The Justicars were formed to bring order to a world that laughs at the notion. The role is solitary. Its demands are lonely and uncompromising, often to the point of pain. But Following the code left me with no regrets. Take that for what you will.
But it makes life simple in an enjoyable way most of the time.
You know, I never asked you if your code has anything useful on fighting Reapers.
Treat them as any other enemy. Show no quarter, mercy, or weakness. The only difference is the scale of our foe. The code is too strict to account for such small discrepancies.
Is that how you see it too?
You yourself killed a Reaper on the Citadel, and then another on Tuchanka. I can only follow such bravery.
It wouldn't surprise me if we see you on the Newsnet killing Reapers. You're definitely capable of it.
Right in the monastery? Or what's left of it?
We spoke for some time. It won't be easy. But if there is a way to survive, Falair will find it. It was good to see her again. Perhaps it's unseemly for a Justicar to dwell so much on her family.
I don't think so, Samara.
I'm just happy things worked out.
I was fortunate that Falair saw things so clearly. And it would have turned out quite differently without your intervention. Thank you.
I'm really glad we were there to stop her from doing what she was about to do.
I don't know if you believe in such things, but Goddess go with you, Shepard. We'll both be tested in fire, soon enough.
I'm not sure if she would have lost her fight against those Reapers. Maybe she still would have won, but even if she did, she would have still killed herself if we weren't there, so... I'm very happy to stop that from playing out. Ah, Miranda is here in the apartments now. Okay, so we're gonna go talk to Miranda before we do any of this, and then I'm trying to figure out where... We picked up something to turn into somebody, but it's not the Asari Widow, the Weshra. I don't know where Weshra would be. The Kuna Code of the Ancients, that's Purgatory. Okay. Leon Nebula. Nimbus Cluster, this. We got this. That's Purgatory, okay. So we do need to hit Purgatory. Alright, change of plans then. We're actually going to let this episode run a little longer since Miranda and everybody is there. And if we have to go to Purgatory anyway, then I'm going to start that first initial section of Arya's whole quest line too. So bear with me for an extra 10 minutes here in this episode. We'll go chit-chat to Miranda. We're going to go talk to Arya. We'll turn those things in on Purgatory. Which is unfortunate that they're not actually showing up on the minimap. I knew I grabbed stuff to turn in. I guess they don't always show up on the map, but Miranda is in the apartments now. That's the one that always starts early. She hasn't even emailed us about talking to her yet, but since we're here, we'll go get it. We'll do Purgatory first, though. Yeah, I'll just let this one run an extra 10. It'll probably go around an hour long-ish, something like that.
Wait. You asked if I got heavy armor.
It's really not here, huh? That's what I was talking about the whole journal thing being sus and how it doesn't always work, right? They're not even on the map right now. I think it's her.
I've recovered some tech from a library in Reaper-controlled space. I can have them waiting for you at Bay D24 if that would help.
Really? Oh, damn. It couldn't hurt. Thank you.
Anytime. Yeah, let's drop a save real fast.
Look who's here. The Blue Suns, Blood Pack, and Eclipse are in my... Is there anything on your mind?
How do you plan on taking over?
I think...
Oh, right. We don't start that here. We start that on the docking bay. My mistake. Yeah, we will still start that this episode, but we actually don't start that inside Purgatory. So if we're looking at our journal, this got me all, like, twisted now that I'm not sure where it all is. I don't think we've been to the Nebula yet. We haven't unlocked that yet. I don't think we've unlocked that. Gem technology. Don't think we have any of this stuff. The Cacliosaur. On Toxic Worlds. Not sure where that would be from. Chem treatment and ciphers. The Widow. I don't know where the Widow would be either. Maybe the Widow is on the Presidium. We'll check the commons anyways. We'll go talk to Miranda and Arya, and if I don't find the Widow in the meantime, I'll just turn that in on my own time, because she's not showing up on the Citadel, and there's a billion NPCs that could be. Although I wonder if that's the girl in the embassies. Might be the one in the embassies. Let's see.
Now arriving at Presidium Embassy.
Are you the widow?
I have excellent news.
No, you're not. Okay.
Paperwork has been processed.
Yeah, let's just go to the commons and chat to Miranda. Can't turn you in yet.
Spectre status
Okay,
recognized.
commons.
One moment, please. Now
I really
arriving
don't know
at
where this
Presidium
damn
Commons.
widow is. You up here?
So, what were you able to pull from the inscriptions? Really? Excellent.
Balavan's gone now. He's moved on.
Thank you, Earth.
Welcome
New fish.
Exports.
Thank you for shopping at Kanala Exports.
Hey, Miranda's up in that apartment I showed you guys last time. It's gonna bug me not showing you guys where the widow is. We better get Miranda squared away first. Then we'll worry about the rest after. I can't believe she's not showing up on the map. She is gonna be inside that apartment right there on the back end.
I got your message, Miranda. Is this about your sister?
Shepard, I need access to Alliance resources. I can't say any more. You'll just have to trust me.
I don't like secrets, Miranda. Just tell me what's going on.
I can't, Shepard. If that's a problem, I'll go.
Don't. Trust is a little hard to come by right now.
Of course.
Of course you can have access. You've earned my trust 1,000 times over.
You'll have your access, Miranda, but I don't like the sound of this.
I know, and thank you. It means a lot.
That's not the only thing you wanted to talk about, is it?
No. I need to tell you something. Confess, really. It's been eating away at me.
Confess?
When I headed the Lazarus Project to rebuild you, I wanted to implant a control chip in you as a safeguard.
I think you mentioned this.
I did. There's more to it. The elusive man stopped me.
Sounds like it would have saved him a lot of trouble.
Maybe.
He probably wishes he didn't stop
want
you
to
in
interfere
hindsight.
with who you truly were. Something that just obeyed orders. He wanted Commander Shepard. Installing the chip might have ruined you.
I understand why you wanted to. I was a complete unknown.
I've never had to deal with that many black boxes on a project. I felt blind.
Why bring that up now?
I fought against my father and his need to run every aspect of my life. He wanted total control over me, right down to my bloody DNA. After I got out of there, I couldn't stand by and let it happen to my sister. I risked my life to get her away from all that. Yet I didn't give a second thought to destroying your free will when I had the power.
This is what's been bothering you?
Yes.
Miranda, I lost 2 years of my life. You gave me back the rest of it. You could have changed me in 1,000 different ways. But you didn't. I don't know how. But you brought me back.
Thanks. But with so much being uncertain, I just wanted you to know I always regretted wanting that chip.
You can't keep beating yourself up over the past.
I usually don't. But this was important.
Some things you just don't have control over.
Guess my fancy genetics can't help me there.
Unfortunately not.
They can't.
Okay. I hate to say it, but I should get moving. Thanks for understanding, Shepard.
Of course. And Miranda, this thing you have to do. Good luck.
Don't worry, Shepard. I always have a plan.
Yeah, you want to give her access there. Especially if you're a fan of Miranda's character, you want to make sure that she gets access. I'm not going to go into why, but that's the W version of events here, is that she gets access to that, so I am going to wrap up, but my brain won't let me stop. I'm just going to take a quick look for Weshra. My brain will not allow me to just let that go, so hold on just a second. There used to be an Asari widow here somewhere. The commons would make a whole lot of sense. Is it you?
Her name is Tasha Poré.
It is you.
Weshra, I have an audio log for you.
For me? Where did this come? Oh no. Oh, Tasha. Thank you for bringing this back. At least I know what happened.
You're welcome for what that's worth. Alrighty, and that is going to be the perfect time to wrap this episode on up. So thank you for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, please do check out those links in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned and I'll see you soon with more Mass Effect 3. Take care, everyone. Have a great day.